Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today we're out fishing the stream in the middle of the woods, and today I'm not going to be Ginge, I'm not going to be Chris, I'm going to be Lidl man. That's right, I've been shopping at the old Lidl and I picked myself up some fishing gear. So in this set right here, this is a spinning set. And according to this, it catches perch and trout. So I brought it to a little stream. It has perch, it has the odd trout, it has chub and it has jack pike. And what I'm going to do is see if on a very, very cheap fishing set, we can catch some of these species of fish and see if they're worth buying, if you can even catch any fish on them. This isn't a sponsored video, but Lidl, if you want to sponsor me for this video, I'll send you over an invoice for about 20 grand, that should be enough, yeah? I should be able to sell enough of these sets doing this. Right, let's get cracked on with the fishing. We'll go through the set right now and hopefully we'll get some to the bank. So, this is the Lidl fishing set. It is a telescopic rod, it's a spinning set as I've just mentioned, so it is made for lure fishing, and we have got all the components to be able to lure fish. We've got the rod, we've got the reel, we have got mono on the reel, but it does say for trout and perch, and for trout arguably you'd probably rather use mono over braid in some instances, so I'll let that slide. One of the things I'm impressed with a lot of lure fishing setups like this that you can buy in the supermarkets, they don't sometimes come with wire tracers or pliers, and this one has come with wire tracers and it's come with pliers, and these are curved pliers as well, so I think it's actually a nice touch from them. It's not just your normal bog standard pair of pliers you'll buy from Wilko's, it's actually some that are more tailored towards lure fishing. And obviously we've got a load of lures in here. Now I have to admit something, before I filmed this segment right here, I did want to have a few casts. In the first spot I got to before I started filming, I did spot a pike under a tree. I had several casts, in fact it was in a couple of swims, with a plug that came with it, a crankbait, and unfortunately it did look quite good in the water, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like a bog standard crankbait you'd buy from anywhere, but I got it stuck in a tree and snapped off. So my apologies, but the rest of the lures are in here. We've got spinner baits, there's curly tail grubs, there's little mini soft plastics, there's a little bit of everything. You know what, it's not too bad. You got some jig heads, only a couple of jig heads in there. There is also, I'm a bit baffled, but there's a bait threader. Not sure how you're supposed to use a bait threader with these lures and jigs, but it's in there. I suppose you got one. And it also comes with some spare clips for wire tracers and some split rings actually, which was for the spinner baits and for the crankbait. So I'm actually quite impressed. It's not a bad little wombo combo. The rod itself, going into it, I'm gonna have to mention, I've got a jig tied on there, you see. It is a telescopic rod. It is exactly what you'd expect from a Lidl setup, unfortunately. This thing is supposed to be a light setup for perch, trout, and it is as thick as your arm. I think the blank here is actually probably thicker than my 250 gram jerkbait rod. It is so thick and so unsensitive. I can't imagine I'm going to be able to feel bites very well with this. But we'll see how we get on, especially paired up with the mono as well. You can't really finesse fish it, jig it on the bottom, because the moment you get a take from the perch or even one of these chub that I'm going to try and catch, I think I'm going to struggle to feel the bites. But yeah, I'm going to set it up now and hopefully we'll catch a few fish. I'll obviously take you through what I think about it, and if it's worth buying this very, very cheap combo from Lidl. Pike has moved through right down this margin. We got it. Oh, we got a big perch. Oh my God, I didn't even see that. I was watching the pike. Yes. 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 We got a good sized perch. I was after the pike. Well guys, would you look at that perch? That is not bad from this little stream, and taken on the Lidl tackle. It wasn't what I was after. There was a pike, and the pike is what I really wanted. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even feel the bite from this perch. I saw the pike shoot towards it, I went to lift the jig, try and entice the pike to take it, and this guy was on the end. So I think the pike was coming in after the perch, taking the jig. But either way, I got it. But that rod does not have any sensitivity whatsoever. But the laws obviously work. One thing that I thought would be important to point out is that if you look behind me, this is in fact a stream. Most of it is completely unfishable, completely thick, solid with reeds and weed. And we're just finding these little pockets like this one behind me, which is where these chub and these perch and maybe the odd even jack pike might be holding up. And all the way along these little pockets in and amongst the reeds, which are absolute heaven for chub and perfect for stalking. So me being bright yellow, blue and white is actually a completely terrible idea. Let's try and find some. I've got these inline spinner hooks that I use for changing over my spinners to single hooks for my trout fishing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be putting them straight onto the line with one of these soft plastic baits and see if I can get one of those chub to rise up onto the surface and take it. Right, let's put this little curly tail grub on and see if we can make something happen. Be really cool if we can get one of them chub on this setup. Wish me luck. There's one right here. Go on, we got a chub, we got a chub, we got a chub, we got a chub. Oh my God. Yes, Lidl. Go on, Lidl. Yes. Oh. See, was that Lidl that did that, or was that Ginge using his noggin? Yes! Chub on the Lidl. The only thing different was the hook. But that is it. It was a little jig, it was a little rod and reel, it was a little line. Little. Now would you look at that? That is a little jig right on the end of this chub's nose. Absolutely nailed it. Now I did have to adjust the rig ever so slightly. We had to obviously put a weightless hook on there so that the bait would sink a lot slower, because I know what these chub are like. They're like a slow moving bait, slow sinking bait. And look at that. I don't know whether it counts because I wasn't wearing the hat, was I? I actually took it off to so that I wasn't too bright. Obviously I was popping my head up over the bushes, although I'm not quite sure my bald head was much less bright than the hat. But absolutely awesome on the Lidl gear, and it's an absolute stunner as well. That's a bit of using some cheap, not so great tackle with some fisherman's mind to get it to work properly and catching a beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's get him back. I've actually dropped my net in, so I'm just gonna have to drop him straight back. Bye, Lidl. Yep, fish on, fish on. I got stuck around a branch just as the chub took it. I wasn't even paying attention. That was just a little curly tail grub, basically weightless on one of my own hooks with a bit of weight on the line just to help weight it down a little bit. Oh, we got him. Beautiful chub again. in a real tight swim. Thought I broke my line, then I haven't. Let's take a look at him. And that is an absolutely stunning stream chub. They're all like that, aren't they? Absolutely pristine. They just look absolutely fin perfect 90% of the time. And so much fun to catch on a dead cheap setup. Hiding in the bushes for this swim. It looks good for a chub. Got the drone up. Can't see anything with it. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, you come off. No, he came off. No, we had a big chub. Oh, the crappy rod. I could not feel it. I just saw the weight behind it and all of a sudden there was a weight on the end and it came off. No. Spinner. I should have used a spinner. I didn't think about a spinner. No. Why did I not think about a spinner? I would have been perfect. I would have got one. First cast. I know I would have done. No. Oh, I'm so stupid. There's a mini tackle box it came with. The spinner would get one easy. Oh, look at the size of that. Why did I not think about that sooner? We take the wrappers, yeah? What do? Stick them in our pockets. Stupid. Yeah, we got one. Yeah, we got one on the spinner. It wasn't even spinning. We've got one on the spinner. Oh, I don't think it's very... Oh, it's decent. It's a chub. Yes. See, I knew we'd get one on the spinner. So I've caught a few on of these different baits now in this set, which is obviously a very good sign. All that chub's in the net. I'll just have one or two quick casts out again, since the drone's still up there, and just see if there's any other chub that fancy taking it. I've just threaded on this smaller jig because that spinner was crap, and I've seen some of those chub from the shoal have moved downstream. I can actually see them every now and again moving down there. It's only shallow. Yep, we got one. We got another one. Tucked it right behind some weed where I thought they might be hiding out after they got spooked. And I was bloody right. Yes, that's two going to be in the net. From the same swim on the Lidl tackle. That's how we like it. And that one absolutely engulfed the jig. A different bait, another bait that I've caught a fish on. Well, maybe like 3 or 4 baits I've caught the fish on now from this Lidl set. And I've been fishing for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's a good fish as well. Guys, would you look at the quality of these fish taken on the Lidl setup? You do not need heaps of cash, few £100 setup to catch quality specimen fish on the rivers. It only takes a little rod and a few little baits to catch some big fish. Look at that, they're absolutely stunning. And they're actually quite feisty. I'm surprised they've actually stayed still for the camera. Absolutely awesome. This one, let's put that one on the mat. This one is probably slightly bigger. Just caught this one. That one is a stunner. Look at the length on it. That fish in wintertime will probably be close to £4. Absolutely incredible, and nailed those baits. The only problem is you don't really feel the bites very well on the setup, and I probably could have had 3 or 4 from this swim. Well guys, I think that probably means I should wrap this video up. I've actually had quite a good session. I've only fished for about maybe 3.5, 4 hours, but yeah, I've caught maybe like 3 or 4 good fish. Although I do have to say, right, you could be thinking, that means the setup must be decent, right? The lures must be decent. I could have caught probably twice as many fish if I'd have been using my ultralight setup or one of my other spinning setups. Even a medium to heavy spinning setup, I probably could have caught more fish, because the sensitivity of that setup is naff. It is completely rubbish. You don't feel a single bite. Basically, you just kind of reel in and hope that the fish is on. But we did catch fish and it was fantastic. Even managed 2 chub in the net at the same time, so I can't complain at that, can I? I think I might come back to the stream actually probably for the next video. I really would like to catch more of these chub using a different method, and I really do love this stream. It's been 6 months since I came here. Why have I left it 6 months? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you want to, hit that like button below and the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, and I'll catch you guys later.